Good morning, everybody. You tuned into Crag Core. So, I've just sat in my first ever, and hopefully the last ever, fuel queue. And I must admit, it seems extremely reminiscent of the last 2 years. I did say this in another short video that I posted to my Instagram. Basically, just stating that this seems to be, I don't know, the new way of life, does it not? It's almost like they're trying to get us used to being ordered around. You know, I mean, because is that not the new norm? I mean, the government are telling you what to do, defying all reason, and people are doing it. And it's almost like it's this new layer of hypnosis, this new layer of indoctrination of do as I say, not as I do. You know, do as you're told, regardless of whether it makes any fucking sense. Because I mean, that's what the government are doing, and then filtering down into our society now. You've got, like, you know, if you remember, you had to queue to go in any fucking shop. And there was queues outside of Primark. You remember, people were fucking snaking all the way around whatever street the fucking shop was on. There was like fucking queues a mile long. You had to queue to go into the supermarket, and we've all just gone, yes sir, you know, okay, no fucking problem. And now, you know, you're queuing to get fuel. Now I know that they're blaming it on a fuel crisis, but I don't know, man. I'm skeptical, because if they didn't want you to panic, well, then they wouldn't have fucking told you in the first place, which means if they didn't want a fuel crisis, you know, if they didn't want people to go out and panic buy, they wouldn't have told you in the first place that there may be a shortage. I mean, do you think if there was a fucking meteorite coming towards Earth, they'd tell you about it? No, they wouldn't, would they? They would say, you know, leave it till the last minute, until the point where they can't not tell you anymore, and they've got to tell you. And then, because what would they do? They'd say, well, we're not going to fucking tell you. You know, we didn't want to say anything until the last 24 hours of your pitiful lives, because we didn't want to cause mass panic. And, oh, going past an Esso garage there, it says no fuel. Jesus. But this is the thing, isn't it? They wouldn't tell you if they didn't want to create panic. With anything, they don't tell you if they don't want to create panic. So the very fact that they have told you that there may be a fuel shortage, they want the panic. I mean, you can say all you want. Oh no, not this time. But look, there is a fuel shortage. I've just been past one there, and yeah, no fuel. So yeah, there is a fuel shortage now, of course. But there wasn't at the time, was it? There wasn't when they said. And they know full well that people are then going to go, I mean, based on what happened last year, you remember? No, sorry, 2 years ago. Fuck's sakes, I'm forgetting this. There's been a year in between. 2 years ago, we were told that we might have to be, you know, there might be shortages, we might have to be locked down and all this kind of stuff. People panic bought, you know, shopping, you know, things like pasta, toilet roll, meat. People went and panic bought these things, so there was a shortage of it. You couldn't find pasta anywhere, and this is because people overbought it. If people went and did their shopping normally and just bought, you know, a bag of pasta like they would normally do, just perhaps, you don't buy pasta every time you go to the supermarket, do you? It's one of those things. You know, have probably a pasta meal once a week. But then there was a shortage because everybody bought it. And this is the same thing here. They know what's going to happen. They know what the public are going to react like to a potential fucking shortage. They know that people are going to go and panic buy. So they told you intentionally that there's going to be, you know, or there could be a shortage of fuel, knowing that people will then go out and instinctively overbuy fuel, which is what's happened, which has then created the shortage, which then justifies that which they fucking want to do because of it, which is Gestapo tactics, isn't it? It's yet another reason to impose, you know, the do as you're told mentality on society. Now, I've just been sat in that queue. It wasn't that long, actually. I was expecting to be sat there for a lot longer. Very efficient system, must admit. Sainsbury's in Mansfield in the UK very efficient, you know, at this whole fuel vibe. So, you know, the two monitors that were stood there, you know, directing traffic and doing all what the police do, very efficient at what they're doing, which, you know, is nice when you're only sat there for 10 minutes, when you could have been sat there a lot longer, should the system have been less efficient. But also it's rather worrying, isn't it, when you've got the common man being deputized into a position of power, which is almost like saying, well, you know, this is, you know, here's a little bit of power, sir. How does it feel? You know, does it feel nice? You know, and then all of a sudden, these people get a taste for it, don't they? You put a gun in their hand, and what they're going to do? You know, give them a stab vest. What are they going to do? They're going to turn into the Gestapo, aren't they? You then give them a uniform. You know, at the minute it's a high-vis jacket, but they are commanding people. They're holding their hand up. They're directing the traffic, and people are following. Now, I'm not saying that people shouldn't be orderly. I'm not saying that people shouldn't be orderly and you know, do things civilized. I completely agree with being civilized at this point, because if you haven't got people, you know, guiding people, you know, in a civilized manner, then you'd have absolute fucking mayhem, and it'd be like fucking Mad Max, wouldn't it? You'd have some bloke sat on a fucking petrol station with a rifle saying, you know, well, you know, you've got to give me your wife, you know, for the afternoon. While he's dressed in fucking leather. You know, he's got a dog collar with studs around his neck. You know, tattoos, you know, maybe a necklace of skulls or perhaps some ears. But you see the point I'm trying to make. So yeah, I do agree with doing things in an orderly fashion, but at the same time, we wouldn't need, you've got to remember, we wouldn't need to be doing this if it wasn't for, you know, and we lose sight of this all too often, don't we? If it wasn't for the input to begin with, if it wasn't for the media trickling out this little bit of a, you know, information as a way to scare people into panic buying, thus creating a shortage, thus creating the need for this orderly, you know, bravado within society. You know, we wouldn't need people to stand in the middle of the road, tell us what we can do. And the thing is, we're all falling in line, and we're all saying, yes sir, no sir, you know, can I have some fuel please? And you know, as they order us around and hold their hand up and wave us along, we're all kind of, you know, very, very compliant. And in my opinion, it's by design. I mean, I'm not blaming the people that are doing it, because like I say, they're doing a good job, but it's by design. Of course it is, because the social structure is a design. Of course it's a design. You know, these people that control the world, they want it to run how they want it to run. And if they want a certain type of, you know, if they want society to be guided in a certain type of way, all they've got to do is create the need for that society. And that's what's happening, in my opinion, is the need has been created for, you know, monitors at every turn, guards at every door, you know, and then what happens is we then start to think along the lines of this, and we start to accept it, that this is the norm. You know, they used to say, didn't they, the new normal and all of that. So that we then just start to naturally expect people to be on every door, you know, needing, you know, and then what's next? Then it's not that far from it, is it, when they start saying, well, we need to see your papers in order for you to enter the building. People are already used to being told what to do. People have already been put in that mindset. You know, it's just another level of brainwashing and programming. And, you know, call me a fucking conspiracy theorist, say I'm a doomsayer all you want, you know, or paranoid or whatever it is that you might say at this point. But, you know, I don't care, because I'm pretty sure later on down the line we will see all of these measures being implemented, and you will see very little pushback. And at that point, people probably won't even realise that it's happened, because it's been a slow creeping totalitarianism. It's been a slow creeping grab, hasn't it, for power, and we've all gotten used to it on a slow basis, based on the need for it. Now this is the key, isn't it? Based on the need for it. So on that note, I feel as though I'm gonna end it here. I have got an awful lot of material ready to be uploaded. Some stuff that, if you're watching this, it'll be, you know, predating this, because obviously, you know, I've been making videos whilst I've been in suspension. You know, I've been suspended from YouTube for a week again. This is the second time it's happened. And God, this guy's coming fast up this country road. Fucking hell. But yeah, I've been suspended for a week. So what have I done? Well, I've used my time wisely, haven't I? And I've documented many things. I've moaned about many things on camera, and I've created much material. So get ready for the bombardment of daily videos. Some of them are extremely long, and some of them are a bit, how can I put this? Ooh, they go away from what it is that I usually talk about, which is the here and now, the present kind of stuff that is happening on your doorstep. And I'm theorizing quite a lot in these other videos, you know, as to possible routes that we could be headed, you know, down. So get ready for those. I'm sure you're going to enjoy them. There's one that's almost an hour and a half long, so I hope that you're ready for that one. I certainly enjoyed making it. And yeah, so, oh, and also I don't know if you're a follower of this channel, because of the music that I upload. I do a lot of amateur DJing, and if you are into that kind of stuff, please take a listen to those mixes. There is also a separate YouTube channel that I have. Please find the link to that on this page, and you'll find it on the album name that my mixes are contained within on this page. And then I do have a SoundCloud and a Mixcloud account as well. So if you like the DJ mixes, whether it's reggae, hip-hop, even some pop stuff, you know, 90s pop and 90s dance, please do take a look and take a listen to those. There is one at the minute. There's a Cypress Hill mix that I did. It's got like something like 30,000 views. For some reason that one went viral. Thank you very much to all the people that have watched that one and listened to that. So thank you very much again for listening to this and for watching this video. And again, stay tuned for more. And in the meantime, go and check out some of the other stuff. There's plenty of videos on this channel for you to get your teeth into. If you like a laugh, if you like looking at serious issues with a bit of a laugh involved, you know, something like just to keep the spirits high, a bit of dark humour, please take a look at the rest of the videos. And again, with the music, please support that too. And on that note, I'm going to wish love and peace to all things everywhere. Thanks again for your input and for liking and watching the videos and subscribing to the channel and for sharing the videos as well. It's all very much appreciated. This is Crack Call signing off. Peace.